Good evening. Emergency services in Tokoroa have been stretched tonight by a death at a level railway crossing and a major gas leak. The sole occupant of a car died when the vehicle and a train collided at a town crossing. And an LPG gas leak at a service station near Tokoroa has reduced part of State Highway 5 to one lane. It was caused by a car knocking over the LPG pump. The pictures showed it, and the Saudi government was forced to admit it. More than 1,400 pilgrims have died near the Muslim holy city of Mecca. The Saudi government said it finally went public to avoid unfounded speculation. Television pictures showed hundreds of bodies being pulled from the tunnel, which was intended to move people safely in and out of the holy city. Saudi officials say the tragedy happened after several elderly pilgrims fell, blocking the way. At the same time, the lights and ventilation failed and caused a stampede. Most of the victims were either crushed to death or suffocated as the tunnel apparently became an oven. Saudi officials have blamed the pilgrims, saying they ignored rules about overcrowding. New Zealand's pavilion for the 1992 World Expo in Spain was launched tonight at Government House. The design's still a secret, although it's known that Captain Cook will feature. It'll cost the country $25 million, but it's being billed as the best opportunity New Zealand's ever had to sell itself to the world. Nelson Mandela says the armed struggle in South Africa could be over within months. Mandela, who's now in London, says the South African government is ready to negotiate an end to apartheid. Such optimistic signals are likely to convince British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher to end sanctions against Pretoria. But Mr. Mandela is expected to push for their continuation when the two meet in a few hours. 70% of New Zealand's pine forests went on the block today. Bids for the state-owned forest closed this afternoon. It's thought the government could net anything up to $4 billion in the sale. Foreign interest in the trees is believed to be high. Master escape artist Simon Kerr has given the police the slip again. The alleged leader of Auckland's notorious hole-in-the-wall gang was spotted at a suburban shopping centre today. Police surrounded the area, but Kerr managed to get away. A woman has been questioned and a car seized. Kerr's been on the run since breaking out of Mount Eden prison almost 3 weeks ago. British Rugby League star Bobby Goulding was back in court today, charged with assaulting 2 men in an Auckland restaurant. Auckland police have denied giving him special treatment. It's been revealed they're considering his case in the light of a relatively new law which gives first offenders a second chance. A Russian hero died in the United States today, a victim of his own bravery during the Chernobyl nuclear disaster 4 years ago. Anatoly Grushenko was one of Russia's crack helicopter pilots who flew through the radiation, dropping sand and cement in a bid to seal the stricken reactor. He developed leukemia and underwent a bone marrow transplant in the United States, but a lung infection worsened and he died today. It's bad news for descendants of the notorious outlaw of the Wild West, Billy the Kid. The author of a book on the Kid claims he was denied a fair trial over the killing of Sheriff William Brady. But New Mexico's governor has rejected a request that the outlaw be pardoned because it happened too long ago. Not surprising, really, since it happened in 1878. In the end, Billy was shot to death by Sheriff Pat Garrett in 1881. And that's it from News Break tonight.
Next on to a deadly hold-up with hostages for Hawke and Spencer. Then stay with us as we share the days and nights of Molly Dodd. Still to come tonight on Channel 2.